Tucker's response. Tucker said, import the third world, become the third world.
So
That's
right.
what we just saw. This won't stop Trump. He'll win the election if he's not killed first, but it does mark the end of the fairest justice system in the world. Anyone who defends this verdict is a danger to you and your family.
Amen to that. Like just what I said. Pay attention to who is defending this. Pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, I'm serious. Like it's just like during COVID. Pay attention to the people around you who are like, this is awesome. And they're salivating over this. Those are not your people.
No.
They're not my
Nope.
people.
Would you read this longer one from Governor DeSantis?
Today's verdict represents the culmination of a legal process that has been bent to the political will of the actors involved. A leftist prosecutor, a partisan judge, and a jury reflective of one of the most liberal enclaves in America, all in an effort to get Donald Trump. That this case involving alleged misdemeanor business records violations from nearly a decade ago was even brought is a testament to the political debasement of the justice system in places like New York City. This is especially true considering the same district attorney routinely excuses criminal conduct in a way that has endangered law-abiding citizens in his jurisdiction. It is often said that no one is above the law, but it is also true that no one is below the law. If the defendant were not Donald Trump, this case would never have been brought. The judge would have never issued similar rulings, and the jury would have never returned a guilty verdict. In America, the rule of law should be applied in a dispassionate, even-handed manner, not become captive to the political agenda of some kangaroo court, which is precisely what this is.
A freaking man.
We are a banana republic now. I mean, like this, shame on the Democrats for completely like bringing us to this level. We're a third world country now. And shame on them for doing it. Like, I'm just so grossed out by what they've done to this country. If nothing else, that should be the takeaway, right? Like they've put us at a level that we should never have gotten to.
And I don't know how you come back from this level. That's a question that we'll get into too. There's a lot of reaction. You'll hear different perspectives about that too. Like, what is the proper response? Because some people are like in fighting mode, which I get, right? Like, there's some people that are in fighting mode that want to go, we need to do the exact same thing to Democrats. And then there's the other side of the coin where people are like, the reason everyone is upset is because Democrats devolved to this level. So we are the party that doesn't. And I understand both perspectives, but I am more in fighting mode right now.
Yeah, I'm more in fighting mode too. I mean, this is like, it's like Bill Clinton getting a blowjob in the White House, in the Oval Office, I mean, I'm not trying to be crass, but it's exactly what it's like. They're that party that's like, I mean, so what, right? They just bring everything to like a classless, and then they turn around and they look at us and they're like, you guys are ruining democracy. You guys are the party of zero class. You have literally brought everything to a place where we are so gross, and we are you're bringing in the third world, kind of like Tucker said. And so we have become the third world. Congratulations. That's what you've done. The Democrats have done this. They've done it.
Yeah. That's absolutely right.
And I'm grossed out by it.
We also want to remind you that Father's Day is coming up, and there is no better way to celebrate the dads in your life than to show them the love from omahasteaks.com. Omaha Steaks right now has their deluxe Father's Day gift package. It's only $89.99. Plus, on top of that package, you get 4 free steak burgers thrown in when you use code CHICKS at omahasteaks.com. This package includes top sirloins, which we just had last night. They are so good.
They are.
Oh my God. Like because I always tend to go for the fillets. The sirloins
are amazing. I love sirloins. Sirloin is like my favorite cut of beef, actually.
I mean, that's quickly becoming mine as well. Those were absolutely delicious last night. So it includes sirloins, boneless chops, burgers, franks, and the seasoning. They're yummy seasoning that you can put on everything, which is so good. And then they throw in the 4 free burgers when you use code CHICKS. Again, this is at omahasteaks.com. And so it's perfect if you're still, you've got parties still celebrating Memorial Day, perhaps end of school, graduations, all the celebration is still happening. Father's Day is coming up. you know you're going to be grilling out just because the weather is so good. So omahasteaks.com. That's where you want to go and show dad some love for Father's Day.
Give him steak and ammo.
Ben Shapiro had Michael Knowles on to talk about that very topic. And Ben thinks that they are going to push for jail time. And Ben also thinks he's making the point, and this is where I understand what he's saying, but I don't necessarily agree with what he's saying, that the GOP is supposed to be seen as the party that would never stoop to these tactics. But at this point, I don't know what other choice we have.
We don't.
And here he is on both of those topics.
I mean, I think the door is wide open on Biden and team because of this conviction. I mean, this is the astonishing point here, is that they really thought that by convicting Trump, they were going to finish his candidacy. And instead, all they've done is create just another label they can throw at him. But what they've really done is shape Americans' perceptions of them. Like right now, I want to get your take on this, Michael. I'm hearing a lot of people out there on the right, and they're like, well, Republican DA should start immediately indicting Democratic politicians. I don't think that's right, because I think the American people don't like what they're seeing. If the American people were fine with what they're seeing, I think that that's totally right, because I think what's good for the goose is good for the gander. But I actually think that this is a political win for Republicans in the sense that they're not the party tearing down democracy right now. It is the Democrats who are indicting their political opponents, dragging them up in blue areas where they don't even live, and then threatening them with jail time. By the way, I think Mershon is going to sentence him to jail. I think that you can't. I think Chekhov's gun must be used. I think that if you get this far, if you're Mershon, you're going to go all this way. I don't think you go all this way just to sentence him to probation.
I just think that would be a big mistake. I think
to do the jail thing.
Yeah, I think that's when you'd see crap really hit the fan. I do.
But I understand what he's saying, that like, why come all this way and not take it all the way? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Why? I was going to do an analogy, and I probably shouldn't do that analogy.
But on the topic of like, do we fight back fire with fire? Ben says, no. Like, I don't think that's a good idea. Megan, on the other hand, is all about the fire.
Yeah, me too.
It's a before and after moment for America. What just happened today is a line we can't uncross.
Yep.
And these Democrats will rue the day they decided to use lawfare to stop a presidential candidate. I'm not talking about violence. I'm talking about tit for tat. You just wait, and it won't be Hunter Biden the next time. It's going to be Joe Biden. It could potentially still be Barack Obama.
Mm-hmm.
It could still potentially be Hillary Clinton. We're going to have to look at what the statutes of limitations are on the various crimes they surely committed. We're going to have to look at passing laws to revive those dead crimes, felonies or misdemeanors, so that those cases can be brought out of time. That's what may be in the interests of justice, just like they did for E. Jean Carroll.
Yep.
With a New York State law that was passed so that she could sue him. That's what happened. Turnabout is fair play. And John Yoo, an amazing lawyer who worked in the Bush administration, Department of Justice, has a great piece out today talking about how that's the only way they'll learn. The only way to save the republic now is to give them a taste of their own medicine. That's
Damn
it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's it. They tasted blood today. They're the wolves with the bloody piece of meat in their mouths. That doesn't stop the wolf from coming back for more.
Yeah, she's absolutely right. The wolf will just keep coming back for more. It's the hawk that ate the one chicken, and he's coming back for more chickens. They're going to keep coming and coming and coming. I agree with her 150%. Fight fire with fire. Like what is this whole, we got to be the nicer person. I'm so sick of being the nice person. We've been nice forever, and they take advantage, and they are ruining us, and they're ruining this country. My God, quit being nice. Quit being quiet, everybody. My God. It's like when people write us and they're like, I agree with everything you say, but I can't say it out loud. I can't. I'm afraid of being canceled. Oh my God. Quit being afraid of being canceled. Stop it. Like, that's why we're in the position that we are today. It's because everybody's so afraid to be conservative. Everybody's so afraid to speak out. It's time to speak out, you guys. I feel like today's the day.
I don't know what more needs to happen.
I know, right? Good Lord.